Hello, it's just me. I need to get my season started today, so let me show you what I'm going to sow and plant out. Alright, I've got some lupin seeds that I saved from the plants last year. I'm going to sow them. I may chit up some honeyboat squash seeds along with this squash, this Musky de Provence, Atlantic Giant. These are the trays I'm going to use to chit those seeds there. Broad beans have been soaking for a night or two. The same with the sweet peas. I might even start some runner beans, I'm not too sure yet. Coleus might actually happen this year. They were supposed to happen last year, but I never got round to it. Those are the broad beans that I've put in this jar of water. I've got a huge packet, 250 gram packet of broad beans that I'll probably start next week. I may sow some carrots. Those are the packets of sweet peas. Got to plant up my stirring onion sets, and I've got to get my Pentland Javelin potatoes chitting in these egg cartons. Let's start off nice and easy with the potatoes. Just place them in the egg cartons like that. You can see the chits are already forming on the potatoes. Place them in the egg cartons, chits facing up, and away you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm just going to leave these potatoes in these cartons for about a week and let those chits come on a bit more, and then next week I'll probably plant these out. Sowing the onion sets is next. I've got 50 in this bag, but only 2 trays with 15 cells in each, so a total of 30. So I'll get 30 onion sets on the go. Let's have a quick onion set lesson if you've never dealt with these little beasts before. You've got 2 ends, you've got a blunt end and a pointy end. The blunt end is the root end, the pointy end is the shoot end. All you want to do is nestle the blunt end into your compost, kind of shoulder height on the onion itself, a bit like that, and you're good to go. And the job's a good one. What I should have mentioned is the compost I'm using is just a multi-purpose variety, nothing special. Once they're planted, you just need to water them in. Let's plant out the broad beans next. I've had these little chaps soaking in this jar of water for a day and a half. I do it just because it fattens them up a little bit, splits the shell, and just pushes them along a bit quicker. I've got 21 pots filled with multi-purpose compost. I'm going to put 1 bean in each pot. Just push it in, cover it over. So that's 21 broad beans started in these pots. I've got 5 left over. I've got some spare pots outside which I'll use to plant these up. The reason I start these broad beans in these pots and then leave them in my kitchen is because if I planted them direct up at the allotment, the mice would take them and I'd have to start all over again. If you want to see a video on how to grow broad beans from start to finish, then I'll leave a link in the top corner to a video I made last year which shows you that whole process in greater detail. So please do check that video out. Anyway, let's water these in. The sweet peas are next on the menu. Let me show you the 4 varieties I used. Scent Infusion. What's that? High Scent. Heirloom Bicolour Mixed. Old Fashioned Fragrance. And then this one here, what is it? Old Fashioned Scented Mix. There you go. You can tell from those varieties that I bought that I was after some highly scented flowers. These seeds have been soaking for a day and a half. Let's empty the water and sow them into 2 pots. I just want to show you something very quickly. These 2 seeds on the left were still left in the packet. These 5 are from the ones that I've soaked for a day and a half, and you can see the difference, how they've swollen and are much further on than these 2 which were left in the packet. Anyway, let's get and plant these. As you can see, all I've done is tip the sweet peas into these 2 pots filled with multi-purpose compost, and all I'm going to do is this, push them in. Nothing technical, nothing scientific, just do that. They'll sort themselves out, and in about, I think it's 20 odd days, they'll start to sprout, and you'll have your first little sweet pea plants. I have done a video on how to plant sweet peas from start to finish on my channel. Again, if that interests you, do check it out. I'll show you the whole process and then the final product at the end of the season. There you go. That's it. Just water them in now. Liberty runner beans are up next. On the back of a packet it says sow in boxes or pots from March onwards, so we are now good to go. We are in March. As you can see, I put 1 of the seeds in each of these pots. These pots might be a little small, to be honest, but it's all I've got at the moment, so they will have to do. And these beans were also last season's, so I don't know whether they're going to work. I mean, they still look pretty healthy. Good looking bean. Let's get them planted up. I'm just going to poke a hole in the compost, again multi-purpose compost, and I'm just going to drop the bean in lengthways, cover it over. I'll put a bit more compost on this one, it seems a bit low, and repeat the process with each bean. Steady. There we go. I will top each pot up with some more compost. I'll water them in and we'll wait to see what happens. I attempted to grow this squash on the plot last year, but I made a real hash of it. I didn't get the plants out until quite late in the season, and so they never developed into anything. This year I'm going to try and chip the seeds and get the plants going a bit earlier in the season. And the same goes for the Atlantic giant pumpkin. Let's get some of those seeds chitting as well. I've put 2 layers of kitchen roll in this tray. Let's moisten it. Place the seeds in the tray. Give them a squirt. Put more kitchen roll on top. Creating a sandwich-like effect. A bit more water. And then just wait. I'll do the same with the Atlantic giant pumpkin seeds here. I'll keep the kitchen roll nice and damp, put them on a warm windowsill and cross my fingers. And finally, I didn't want you guys to think I'd been completely lazy when it comes to sowing seeds. I did plant 8 in this tray. 4 have popped their heads up above the surface and said hello. Another 4 are still asleep, it seems. I'm not going to tell you what they are just yet. That's for a future video. Well, that's just about it for this video. Now, some of you might be thinking, what happened to planting the coleus seeds and the lupin seeds? Have patience, my friends. All will be revealed in a future video. Right, that's it for this one. I need to get outside. The sun is shining. It feels good out there. I might get some rays on this pasty skin of mine. Anyway, thanks for joining me. If you have, remember to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, please do comment down below. And until the next video, bye for now.